So, for example, the numbers that I gave you in the beginning of the 9 million kg of materials that we have diverted in the past 4 years, these numbers are not recorded by any authority in Dubai or in the UAE, because what numbers in terms of waste generation that gets reported, it's the numbers that we as individuals are generating, municipal solid waste, not industrial waste.
Mohammed, when you're recycling things and you're engaged with businesses, do they ask you for carbon calculations at the moment as to how much avoided carbon footprint you're saving them by recycling or doing something else with it?
Recently, yes. I think with the introduction of the Year of Sustainability, we're seeing increase of such type of questions. We have a sector like the fact that we're doing the recycling here locally, like we don't send anything abroad to do the processing to reduce the CO2 emissions. We have the capability since we started to share this kind of reports to companies like that. So we keep perfecting the formula. Before we're using the local standards, but now we're trying to come up with a solution where we will include the frameworks from the Environmental Protection Agency from the state, UNFC, all this UN Convention on Climate Change frameworks, to be able to give them the accurate result. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to promote greenwashing or any other form of misinformation. So by the time we produce this kind of report, they will be able to go and publish it on the annual stakeholders parts of the website. They should be part of the ESG reporting that they will do. So come Q2 to Q3 this year, we would be able to start producing such kind of reporting that are well endorsed by the international standards.
So I know from personal experience that that's really hard. Getting to those numbers and making them accurate and transparent is hard. Have you considered going down the carbon credit route of actually creating a UNFCCC carbon development program, clean development program carbon credit? Have you looked at that?
We are currently studying this kind of things with local and international partners. So first thing, what we used to do before is to give companies a form of recycling and segregation report. So if I get 10,000 kg of materials and we recycle it from you, how much of that quantity actually gets recycled? And in terms of composition, how much is, like, for example, paper, how much is organic, how much is plastic or metal? What we're able to, what we're currently working on now, and we are confident that it's going to change the game within the industry, is to be able to come and tell you, okay, out of this 10,000 kg, this is the so amount of CO2 emissions equivalents that you have prevented from getting emission, and you can translate it into common words. Okay, this is the amount of number of liters of waters that you saved, the amount of electricity that you save, or the number of vehicles that you have driven, so that when people see this kind of thing, the behavior can change at the end of the day. Because to be honest and frank to everyone wants to do something that aligns the interest with it. We can keep talking about creating awareness, involving parents and schools. At the end of the day, if the interests are not the same, the people from the left and the people from the right are not coming together, we will not end up with a solution. We will keep having this talk. You mentioned that 18 to 15 years ago, you have the same discussion and then you're not seeing any progress in it. It's because interests are not aligned. And in my opinion, the best thing to do is to bring everyone together, see the interest that we all have in alignment, and then come up with a balance and way forward.
But some of the people that we're trying to appeal to now are the millennials and the Gen Zs, who are very much more interested in crypto and other types of different non-fiat. So have you looked at putting your carbon onto blockchain and allowing the creation of a crypto token from your carbon credits?
We started with the basic. So for example, now we launched a soft launch, for example, of a recycling app called Recover, We all know the new generations are tied to their mobile phones and information is too much out there. So with the introduction of the app, it will give us access, A, to the parents, to people making the decision, to teachers, to actual individuals working on it, so that anyone who has who has a waste material that they want to recycle at the end of the day, we will be able to give them the platform to do that. And the first step is to do the collection. If we have the capability to do the collection on time, and then we have the capability to gather the data and do the processing, we can generate as much reporting as possible, and then you can entice people at the end of the day to see the benefits of it. So if anyone go to the Google Store, Apple App Store, you will be able to find the app. It's called Recover. It's our way to get in touch with the general public, because primarily we're focused more on B2B, because that's where the volume of the materials are. So for example, the numbers that I gave you in the beginning of the 9 million kg of materials that we have diverted in the past 4 years, these numbers are not recorded by any authority in Dubai or in the UAE, because what numbers in terms of waste generation that gets reported, it's the numbers that we as individuals are generating, municipal solid waste, not industrial waste. So all these 2 kg per capita waste that we generate, that are reported in the reports in the UAE, it's not what the industry is generating.